Ah, Sakura, mind the stool. The bar's about to close.
Professor, an izakaya? At midnight? You usually pick dusty basements, not bar counters.
The music just dropped a notch. The last regular's settling his tab. My favorite hour, when the day exhales.
Okay, but why here?
Watch the man at the end of the counter. He's had his beer. Now see what he orders to finish.
Wait, an Azuki bar? A red bean ice bar after drinking? That's so grandpa-coded.
And yet that humble little bar is one of the best business stories in Japan right now.
Come on, it's pocket change. How is that a business story?
Because it just won't quit. Everything's getting pricier, and people still buy it.
But everything's up these days.
True. So guess which snacks lost ground last year?
Chocolate? Cookies?
Both. Their volume slipped. Ice cream grew. Want to guess why?
Because it's cold? Nothing else really cools you down like that.
Exactly. No substitute for cold, so demand sticks.
So they raise the price and we just pay it.
We do. And the maker, Imuraya, just posted record sales volume. Profit hit 2.3 billion yen, about $14 million, up nearly 10%.
From a bar that costs less than $1?
From a bar that costs less than $1.
But I grew up hearing the opposite. Too hot and ice stopped selling, right?
That was the old rule. Past 30 degrees, people switched to shaved ice. Not anymore.
What changed?
The climate. Summers turned brutal. So we eat ice indoors now. Cool room, no melting. The hotter it gets, the more it sells. The curve flipped.
That's wild. The weather went from enemy to ally.
Beautifully put. A longer summer is a tailwind now, not a threat.
So it's just the heat doing the work?
No, and this is the part I love. Look at our friend again. He's not a child. He's treating himself.
The reward thing. My friends do that. A little sweet after a rough week.
That instinct? It's a whole market now. Spending on ice per household is up more than half in 10 years.
Half? In a shrinking country?
More than half. Families spend about $77 a year on it, past cake or chocolate. Some shops now open only after dark, and at one chain, late-night sales nearly doubled. A child's snack turned grown-up reward.
If it sells this well, can they keep up?
That's the next move. Imuraya put about 4 billion yen, roughly $25 million, into a new factory.
For one ice bar?
For one ice bar. It lifts capacity by a third. 100 million bars a year. They want 400 million by 2030.
That is a bold bet.
And they're eyeing exports, where the Azuki bar is barely 7%. There's even an evolved version coming, chewier, with mochi inside.
Okay, I'm sold. So it's all upside?
Not quite. Their big sellers are summer ice and winter buns.
So the whole company rides the temperature.
Precisely. A cool summer and the numbers wobble. A fragile way to live.
So what do you do when your best product is also your weakness?
You build something that sells all year. They opened a sweets flagship, Japanese, French, and American treats under one roof.
The American one? That pie place that came back?
Anna Miller's. Fans lined up before dawn, but that food arm is still about 1% of the group.
So the giant is the bar, and the future is everything else.
That's the tension. Their greatest strength, that simple, seasonal bar, is also the chain around their ankle.
He's done. Folded the wrapper and smiled.
A small ritual at the end of a long day. Multiply it by a nation, and you get a record year.
So the real product isn't the bean, it's the comfort.
Sharp as always, Sakura. They're not selling sugar, they're selling the exhale at closing time.
Now I kind of want one.
Then let's order 2 before they shut the freezer. My treat. You've been listening to Narrative Japan. Until next time, stay curious and keep listening for the whispers beneath Japan's economy.